I'm excited tonight for our missionary segment and our fresh encounter to have our missionary, Justin Hayes. Justin, thanks for being with us tonight. Would you take a minute and just tell us where the Lord has you serving and introduce your family for us?
Thank you so much, Larry, for having me here. We're just excited to be able to serve God with you here in the country of Spain. My family and I, my name is Justin, my wife's name is Grace, and our two boys, Gideon and Silas. We've been in Spain for just over 12 years now. We've been in missions work for 18, going on 19, and we've been living overseas for 15. But God has brought us here 12 years ago, and specifically to the place where we live now 9 years ago. And so we're enjoying the longevity here in southern Spain. Some of the challenges that we might face here is that we're dealing with a society that's culturally religious, but really not practicing. And so it's really kind of what you're seeing all over the Western world is they're walking away from religion altogether. And so it's difficult because you're not just dealing with complete atheists, but you're dealing with people that are culturally Christian, but actually in practice are quite atheist. And so just dealing with how to start that conversation with them and knowing how to bring the gospel into every conversation. I think that's one of the biggest difficulties we have.
You mentioned longevity. The Lord has blessed you over the better part of a decade. What are some of the things that God has allowed you and your wife Grace to see accomplished on the field?
God's been so good to us over these 12 years here in Spain. I knew no Spanish whatsoever when we arrived in Spain. My wife grew up in a Spanish-speaking country as a missionary kid herself. And so one of the great accomplishments of my life is actually learning how to speak fluently in Spanish and then learning how to preach in Spanish as well. And then when we moved down to southern Spain, probably one of the next greatest accomplishments of our life is the start of the Olive Grove Baptist Church. We started the church 9 years ago. We're a small congregation still, but we're growing spiritually, we're growing numerically. God has given us a great blessing this year of seeing a great harvesting time of souls saved, as well as those who have been saved getting baptized. And we have a great and thriving discipleship program and just training up men and women to live according to scriptures in their daily lives. And that's one of the greatest accomplishments that I could probably ever talk about in my life.
What are some of the things as we look ahead that our church family can pray with you about in perhaps 2024?
Well, pray with us as we go into 2024. I know that we would like to be able to get our church building solidified and actually purchase something here in the near future. We're still quite small and still quite young as a church here in Spain. And I know this is going to be a huge step of faith, but I think we're ready for it. And we're just asking God to show us what that step is, what it's going to look like, and help us to plan for that.
Justin, thanks for taking some time out of your day to let us know how the Lord has been working on the field there in Spain, and then some ways that we can pray for you. We will definitely be in prayer for you. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you so much, Larry and Lancaster Baptist Church.